Hi, I'm Gareth Marlowe. This is one of a set of videos where I'm talking about the reasons why scale-ups stall. Why does growth stutter once you've achieved product market fit? And there are a number of different reasons, and today I want to talk about indigestion. So what's indigestion? Well, a very common scenario is that the organization is achieving some success. Things are working, the product is selling, and you're scaling things. So you're starting to now generate free cash, which you can then use to invest back in the business. What very often happens is something that's very similar to what happens when bands have done their first album. So they spend years working towards the first album, and then it's released, and then it succeeds, and then they have the difficult problem of the difficult second album. So it's a bit like that in the organisations. It's like, okay, we've done the thing that we've been working towards for such a long time, and now what? And what often happens when you get to now what is that everybody who's been waiting for a chance to do their pet thing now puts in a bid to go and do the thing. So should we put in a new CRM system? Should we start working on the second product? Should we open that overseas office? Shall we outsource product support? All of these different things that have been kind of sitting there on the backlog, now there are kind of the resources to go off and do them. And so the organization moves from really just focusing on one or two things to trying to get 10, 15, 20 things done simultaneously, almost sort of from nowhere. So the planning hasn't necessarily been done, but we're just going to start them. We're going to start them all at the same time. So this then leads to this kind of cognitive and focus overload for the organization, and particularly for the leadership team. You know, what's the most important thing? Is it the CRM system? Is it the overseas office? Is it the outsourcing support? What is it? If everything is a priority, then nothing is a priority. So often things don't get the real resources or attention or focus that they need to get done, because there are just all these different things happening. So in particular, if you think about what is happening at the top level of your organization, and that list runs to 10, 15 things, you've already got a problem. And in particular, if those 10 or 15 things all don't connect and support maybe 1, 2 or 3 high-level objectives for the organizations, then you're really just kind of pulling yourself in lots of different directions. You're unlikely to really prevail. It's hard to work out what's working, and you've got indigestion. You're sitting there getting bigger and more bloated, but actually doing less and less and less. So what's the antidote to that? Well, I talked a little bit a few weeks ago about drowning puppies. This rather tasteless form of words that I'm using to describe the difficult set of conversations that you need to have about what you're not going to do, particularly those things that you're not going to do that people are really passionate about. This can be really hard for an organization, because essentially you're disappointing people. Essentially you're saying to people, no, you can't go and do that thing that you still believe is really important, because we're going to go and do these other things first. So think carefully about really limiting the work in progress for the number of initiatives that you're running at a top level, and get each of them done before you start on the next one, rather than trying to scram them in all at the same time. Because actually in the grand scheme of things, if you're really going to succeed with your organization, it isn't going to be about how can we get this next set of 20 things done in the next 12 months. It's about over a sort of 5, 7, 10 year period, are we steadily building on things strategically, so we're having more and more impact. So reason for today is indigestion. Antidote to indigestion is drowning some puppies. Tortuous analogy there, but hopefully that's helpful. That's it for me for this time. I'm Gareth, and I will see you on the next video.